Everyone wants to be productive, but what if I told you that most of us are trapped, not by laziness, but by productivity itself? We chase efficiency, optimize every second, yet somehow feel busier than ever and still behind. That is the productivity trap, where you do more and more, yet move nowhere. The trap begins. Meet Stickman, our modern-day warrior of busyness, armed with coffee, headphones, and an endless to-do list that could intimidate a robot. He starts his day strong, motivational playlist on, desk perfectly arranged. He feels unstoppable. Emails cleared, notifications handled, calendar color-coded. But when night falls, Stickman stares at his monitor, exhausted. He worked all day, but nothing important got done. The big project, still untouched. Now that personal goal, still a dream, and he wonders, why do I feel like I'm sprinting in place? Welcome to the productivity trap, where busyness feels like progress but hides procrastination in disguise. The illusion of movement. Our brains love the feeling of movement, even when we are not moving forward. Answering emails, tweaking slides, sorting files, they feel productive. They release a tiny burst of dopamine. The brain says, "Good job," but nothing meaningful changes. Stickman spends hours setting up a new system for focus. New apps, new templates, endless tweaks. It feels good, like he's fixing something. Except he's not. It's like rearranging chairs on a sinking ship. Everything looks organized, but the ship's still going down. The productivity trap feeds on this illusion. It keeps you in motion so you feel busy, but steals your momentum so you stay stuck. The comfort of busyness. Busyness feels safe. It gives structure, predictability, and control. A comforting illusion whispering, "You're doing enough." But real progress? That's messy, uncertain, and uncomfortable. Starting that big project feels risky. Sharing your idea feels vulnerable. Learning something new feels awkward. So instead, we fill our time with safer tasks, things that look productive but lead nowhere. Stickman spends his day checking boxes, fixing small details, and rearranging his desk. Everything looks busy, but nothing changes. The myth of more. We live in a world that worships more. More hacks, more hours, more tools. But more does not mean better. It just means louder. Stickman keeps chasing the next system, new planners, timers, and apps, until his desk looks like a productivity museum. Each method promises control, yet only adds more noise. We confuse motion with meaning, effort with progress. And the louder our productivity gets, the less we can hear ourselves think. The shift from activity to impact. Escaping the trap begins with one question. What actually matters? Not what fills the calendar, but what moves your life forward. Stickman finally stops, clears his desk, and writes 3 things on a single note. Finish the proposal. Call his mentor. Go for a walk. That's it. No dashboards, no apps, just clarity. He does fewer things, but the right things. And suddenly, progress feels real. That's the quiet power of focus. Cutting noise to find the signal. Time versus attention. The problem is never time. It's attention. You can spend 12 hours busy and still achieve less than someone fully focused for 2. Every quick check of your phone is a withdrawal from your future self. When your attention is scattered, even effort loses power. Stickman learns to say no. He closes extra tabs, stops multitasking his dreams away. And progress accelerates. Not because he worked longer, but because he finally worked with purpose. The balance. Real productivity is not about grinding harder. It's about rhythm. Knowing when to work, when to rest, and when to stop. The trap says, push more, sleep less, never stop. But the truth says, rest smarter. Rest is not the enemy. It's the engine. Stickman learns that stepping away recharges the mind. His best ideas come not from screens, but from stillness. Walking, cooking, breathing. Progress, he learns, often happens in silence. The truth about progress. Productivity is not control. It is clarity. When you know what matters, you stop chasing everything else. Stickman closes his laptop and looks at his smaller list. It feels lighter but more meaningful. He worked less and achieved more, not because he found a new system, but because he finally escaped one. Closing message. Productivity is not doing more. It is doing less, better. Because busyness without direction is just motion, and motion without meaning is just noise. So ask yourself, are you creating results or just creating activity? The productivity trap often looks like success until you realize it's not. You do not escape it by running faster, but by running smarter. Because real productivity is not measured by how much you do, but by how much of it truly matters.